'Tis the season. The spring allergy season is underway, and where you live can make a big difference for allergy sufferers.
Each year, the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America selects the 10 most challenging cities for seasonal allergies. Here with the 2025 allergy capitals is AAFA CEO Kenneth Mendez.
Thanks so much for being with us. What are some of the factors that contribute to a city being ranked in your allergy capital report?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. We use three things to rank our cities. We actually look at the top 100, but we use pollen counts, over-the-counter medication usage, and access to allergy specialists. It's those three elements that combine in the rankings. And if you're worse in those, then you're higher up on the scale and have a more challenging place to live in.
Well, let's take a look at the map. There appears to be two clusters, one in the central Midwest and another in the Southeast, in Virginia and the Carolinas. Why is that?
Yeah, so again, when you look at the three elements that we use, and I'd say predominantly it's the pollen and the trees in the Southeast, and then access to specialists. Certainly Wichita, Kansas, which is number one for the third year in a row, lacks access to specialists. But in general, it's the environment and then over-the-counter medication usage where we track that and we see if you're more miserable, there's more over-the-counter medication usage. But in general, when you're looking at this map, think about the climate, think about the trees and the pollen that are around there and what the weather might have been in the previous year. So there's a lot of moisture in the south and the allergy seasons are getting longer and more intense because of climate change.
And you see your name maybe on the map or see your town on the map. What can people do if they live in a city that is challenging for those who suffer from allergies?
Well, first thing we say is know what your triggers are. See an allergy specialist, which is why that's one of the rankings, so you know what your triggers are. And then start taking your over-the-counter medication if that provides some relief before the allergy season starts, because sometimes you need to get that in your system. And then make sure that you avoid being outside during high pollen events, so stay indoors. And if you have to go outdoors and you come indoors, leave your coat at the door. If you're walking your dog, wash your dog off if you can, and make sure that the indoor air quality, have an air purifier indoors, keep the windows closed. Those are really important things to manage your triggers.
All right, Kenneth Mendez, CEO of the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America. Thanks for joining us here on AccuWeather Early. Just a lot of great information.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you.